What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk to you about building an AR on a budget, and we are going to talk about my wife's first AR that she built. It's not hard to do. It's not hard to keep it at a budget if you have a set budget, and like with hers, we built it on a budget and then upgraded things kind of over time. So let's jump into it. So this is my wife's AR pistol. It was the first one that she ever built. The first ARs that we built them together. She had her stuff, I had my stuff. We kind of sat side by side and built them up, which is kind of cool. But this one started bare bones, and we've kind of added on to it as we went. Now this one, talking budget friendly, this one we bought the whole upper. I think it's an 11.5 inch upper from Palmetto State Armory with the bolt carrier group, a charging handle. The upper was complete. It just had an A2 flash hider on it, but I think we bought the whole thing for around 300 bucks on a sale on Palmetto State Armory. We got the lower and a standard lower parts kit for around 100 bucks. And then obviously I bought a pistol brace, and you can find them on sale for around 75 bucks sometimes. Typically they're around 100 bucks, so not too expensive. So you could build out a gun, standard, nothing, no frills, nothing special, for 500 bucks, and it'll shoot reliably all day long. Now the Palmetto upper, this has been a really good upper. If you haven't bought anything from Palmetto, they're not high-end stuff and they are not trash. They're like right in the middle. They make good quality stuff that's reliable, runs, and I've never had a problem with anything that I've bought that was Palmetto State Armory. So with this one, we bought the upper and got it all together. She loves shooting this thing. It's one of her favorite ARs to shoot. And then we started doing a few upgrades. So the first thing that we did was get an optic on it. This is also a budget optic. It's just a True Glow 1:6, optimized for the 5.56 223. And I think it was like 150 bucks, which isn't bad. And this thing's actually surprisingly good. It's not high end obviously, but it's a really good optic, and it came with the cantilever mount. So it was cheap, goes on easy, and has everything you need. After shooting it for a while, she wanted a few other things. So we upgraded the charging handle. So we put a Radian Raptor charging handle in this, ambidextrous, a foregrip, because she was kind of having trouble placing her hand in the same spot every time. So she wanted a foregrip, so we got this Strike Industries foregrip. Then I had some other parts and pieces laying around from some other builds I did, like these battle arms development kind of accessories, the mag release, the bolt catch, safety selector, the grip. This grip, you can adjust the grip angle forward or back. So those were all kind of add-ons that we added on afterwards. And then this muzzle device, I bought this for a different gun, and it wouldn't work with it. I wanted it kind of tucked under the handguard, and the handguard wasn't big enough to fit that. So I threw it on here. This one's from Fortis Manufacturing. You buy the muzzle brake, which looks like that. It's wide open, and you can buy this blast shield that has small ports on the top to help compensate a little bit. Now I wanted to run this on a different gun, but the handguard was too small. I wanted this to kind of tuck underneath a little bit, but it wouldn't work on that, so we threw it on here, and she loves it. She runs it with the blast shield all the time. Keeps it a little quieter, and that's just kind of a quick connect on and off, and then it locks on, doesn't go anywhere. So that thing's kind of cool. And then we threw, well, we didn't. My son bought her these little side iron sights off of Amazon because she wanted some iron sights. So they just flip up when you're shooting. You can kick it over the side, shoot with the irons, and back in the optic. So they're cheap. Like I said, they were off Amazon. I don't remember exactly how much, but my kid bought them for like Mother's Day or something. So they were probably 30 bucks or something. Nothing too crazy. But that's her build. I did also for, it might have been Mother's Day, her birthday or something. I took it to a local guy and had it Cerakoted in kind of this snow camo color. It was a surprise for her, and I kind of like how it turned out with the, you know, a few black accessories and then the snow camo, because she's all about white. She loves white. So that's how we did hers. Like I said, bare bones without the upgrades and stuff like that. You could probably be into something like this for 500 bucks without an optic. And then, you know, like we did, you can upgrade things over time slowly if you want a different safety selector or different optic, whatever the case is, different muzzle device. Those are easily upgradable over time, and they don't cost you a lot when you buy them, just everything separately over time. Also, this was a really fun project to do with your wife or significant other, or even your kids. It's fun to learn how these things work. One, it helps you out when you're shooting. If you have a problem, malfunction, whatever, you know how they run, know how they work, and it's easier to work on. And two, it's something cool to do with your spouse, because, you know, it's a hobby of mine, and in turn it's kind of a hobby of hers also. So occasionally she likes doing this stuff with me, and getting her on board with this stuff just helps out the cause, me buying more stuff for myself. So that's her build, her snow camo, cheap Palmetto build, and it turned out awesome. I'm sure you've seen it in the background if you've watched any of the other videos. It hangs on the wall back there. It's a great little AR pistol, easy for her to shoot, easy for her to control. It's not too heavy on the front side, and it didn't cost a whole lot of money to build. So I'll have a link in the description that'll take you over to our website, and it'll have a parts list for this whole build, all the stuff that we used, if you guys are interested in looking at that stuff. I'll also link to our Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that thumbs up button, and we'll check you guys on the next one.